Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you all so much for being here. My name's Margot Saulnier, and I'm the creative strategist with New Bedford Creative at the New Bedford Economic Development Council. I'm one of the core partners organizing 20MI2, and I'm so happy all of you are here today. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Co-Creative Center and the announcement of New Bedford's first ever citywide art celebration, 20MI2.
Yay!
So a little over 2 years ago, New Bedford was selected as the pilot city for what is now officially called Mass Development's TDI Creative Cities program. In those very early conversations, we discussed how to activate all neighborhoods in the city with arts and culture in one major convening, which is why we are all here today. We wouldn't be here, though, without the vision that Mayor Jon Mitchell had a few years prior to create the Commonwealth's first Arts, Culture, and Tourism Fund. That was in 2016. And then we embarked on creating the city's first ever strategic arts and culture plan called New Bedford Creative, which was published in 2018. So myself, along with the New Bedford Creative Consortium, has been implementing that plan ever since, and this is just one of the many initiatives of it propelling us forward. So it's an honor to introduce Mayor Jon Mitchell.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. It's great to be here today, and we wouldn't be here. So yeah, we're pleased that we have the Arts Fund, but we wouldn't be here without the sorceress of arts in the city, Margot Saulnier. So thank you, Margot, for that kind introduction. And this is fun stuff. This is like, we just. It's been a long couple of years. When people ask me, and I have been asked a few times lately, so how's things going in New Bedford? I say, overall, things are going well. There's a lot to look forward to, but of course, it's been a long couple of years. But there is a lot to look forward to. There's a lot happening right now, and whether it's all the investment that's going on in the port. Of course, or the springing back of the school system, whether it's investment in neighborhoods, investment in housing, tons of private projects going on, the rail link to Boston starting next year. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's underway, but we also know that what we do in emerging from the pandemic has to be sustainable. We've got to come out in a hurry, and so this is all part of a big launch to ensure that we emerge more strongly from the pandemic, but sustainably strongly. And so, we've announced some investments recently. A number of you were there at those investments, at that announcement. Back at the Hatch Street Studios in the North End, we announced that we're putting $1.2 million in ARPA funds to take what Margot is doing right now and all of you are doing and put it on steroids. And I mean that in the most positive way, right? But there's going to be a whole lot more public art being developed and created in the city in the next few years. And so, what we have today, and I haven't seen this yet, but this is really cool with the QR code. I would expect nothing less from you guys. This is great for lots of reasons. One, because of the energy that it brings to all the things that we're trying to do. But secondly, one of the big things that has been missing from the pandemic, and I'm going to state the obvious here, is that we haven't been together. This is an exercise in convening, and convening not just in all the ordinary places, not just in the downtown, but really across the city. And so that's, to my mind, why that's so important. The second reason it's so important is that it has been it's come about because of a whole lot of private initiatives. Hasn't been driven out of the mayor's office. It's been driven by you guys with Beatrice at the tip of the spear. And that's what's so important, because if we are to not just emerge from the pandemic stronger, but continue to grow as a city, continue to build as a city, what's so important is that private initiative, people coming up with ideas and then sticking with them and bringing others into the effort is what will make the city even more successful in the long run. So, Beatrice, I really appreciate all that you've done to make this happen. This really, for me, this really just came out of the blue, and I was like, wow, this is great. Wow, you know, and I didn't have to lift a finger, so I'm up here just celebrating. I'm not taking any credit for this at all. This is what you guys have done together, and it's great, along with the support of mass development as well. We thank you guys for that, for the financial support and some of the capacity building work that you've been doing. But, as I look around the room, see all you guys, I mean, you're all in the thick of things now, but this is going to be a really exciting summer for the city. I just got off our my monthly COVID briefing, which at the beginning of the pandemic was an everyday COVID briefing, 6 days a week to be precise. And cases are going down, hospitalizations are going down. Here we are in June, knock on wood, there were no deaths in May, which is great in the city. So, we're going to have a really strong summer, and it's really an opportunity to have a historic summer. These events will be followed by other events that we will be announcing at a not too distant point. Here we are already in June. There's going to be a lot of other good stuff going on. So it's going to be a great time in the city, and something for all of us to build on. But I want to thank all of you for making it happen. This is your work. You deserve to take a bow, and I really appreciate, from where I sit, the effort that you've put in. Thanks, everybody.
All right, so as the mayor said, New Bedford has an incredible pool of talented people with a deep attachment to the city. I'm going. Yes, you can quote him on this.
I meant to say it. Absolutely.
So, not only are we a talented bunch of people, but we all have a fierce ambition to involve ourselves in its civic and professional life. So 20MI2 is the perfect example of this. It's a movement to co-create, activate, and celebrate every neighborhood in the 20 square miles of our portside city. And it was conceptualized by Beatrice Oliveira of Beatrice and Company. And it's her vision, and she really is a visionary. And I'd like to introduce you to this visionary behind the movement, Beatrice Oliveira.
Wow, I am so grateful and impressed by the turnout here today. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Margot. Thank you, Mayor Mitchell, and all of his staff, Amy being here. You've been an incredible help in facilitating this effort, and I couldn't be more grateful. And thank you, Noah and Pedro and the entire Mass Development team for investing in New Bedford. 20MI2 is only possible because of you and of the many partners, many of whom are here today. Thank you for coming along this journey with us. In January, when we began our outreach, inviting you to co-create, activate, and celebrate New Bedford with us, you answered with a resounding yes. In collaboration with dozens of you, organizations and individuals alike throughout the city, again, many of who are here today, we will offer a variety of free cultural experiences, immersive activities, engaging performances, guided tours, live music, recreation on land and on water, and much more in each of the city's zip codes. There's truly something for everyone at 20MI2. From live music indoors and outdoors, to art everywhere. We love art everywhere in New Bedford. From fun bicycle tours with the New Bedford Star Chasers. Civi, our Admiral Civitron, is here today with us. You'll be riding with him. To rowing and sailing traditional Azorean whaleboats, you'll have a lot to choose from at 20MI2. Enjoy nature activities in the parks, Jen and her husband Chris and Carrie Cox, who are here today, will be leading some of those activities in our nature preserves. So we're very excited about that. Enjoy story time at all of our libraries. Our libraries are being activated throughout the city with various programs, including our National Knitting Day. Believe it or not, there's a National Knitting Day. So that'll be part of the activities. To celebrating Pride Month at AHA, the fourth annual one, with the Queer Arts Council leading the charge. Thank you, Mandy, for that. Taking a seat at our community table and be delighted by the sights and sounds surrounding you. That effort is made possible by, in collaboration with Lawrence Jenkins and Viera Levitt from CVPA UMass Dartmouth, and Rosemary Gill from the Zeiterion Performing Arts Center, both who are here today. Thank you for that effort. So lots going on. I also want to acknowledge Jim Mathis again, who's here today from Denison Memorial. We have commissioned a mural to go on that building. It's being painted now. We got the photo of the work in progress, and that will be unveiled on Saturday, June 11th at that location. And Jim has graciously activated his location all 3 days of the 20MI2. So thank you for that, Jim, and his staff. So I invite you to invite your friends, invite your families. Our entire community is invited to come celebrate New Bedford's many assets and positive attributes. The seaside city is a beautiful place to live. I'm going to get emotional here. A rewarding place to work, a fun place to play. Come celebrate it with us during 20MI2. Check out the full list of programs at 20mi2.com. Thank you again for coming and doing this with us.
Okay, now I'm winging it. So this all began, as Beatrice mentioned and I mentioned earlier, with Mass Development's Creative Cities initiative. And today we have representing Mass Development Pedro Soto, who is the Senior Creative Economy Fellow for Mass Development. Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. This is always interesting with the mic, kind of adjusting the mic, but good morning. It's a pleasure to be with all of you today. My name is Pedro Soto. I'm leading the creative economy work at Mass Development, so I'm super excited to be here with all of you today to kind of kick off this really a special, unique event. So Mass Development is thrilled to support 20MI2. It's a unique convening that will connect various communities within New Bedford and show off the city's unique tapestry of culture over several action-packed days. This initiative advances the goals of the Transformative Development Initiative, Creative Cities. It's a program for creative cities, creative gateway cities to support existing arts and culture partnerships and help build creative infrastructure that can continue for generations to come. This is one of the first citywide destination weekends to create, activate, and celebrate the 20 square miles of the city with a focus, a very special focus, on creative entrepreneurship. I think it's important to point out that this is not your typical event. It's a very unique set of events. It's multidisciplinary series, and it's reflective of the city's unique cultural and creative ecosystem. And again, this is one component of a larger TDI Creative Cities initiative to support arts-based economic development. And I'm happy to report that, with all our partners, with the city, with New Bedford Create, this was really designed collaboratively, including the Co-Create Center. And in a lot of ways, I think New Bedford was our pioneer in figuring out how do we, in a meaningful way, engage the creative economy, the folks on the ground doing really creative work. How do we engage those folks in a meaningful way? So kudos and thank you so much for undertaking that. And Bar is here in the room today. San, happy to see you, San. And with the Bar Foundation support, we're now going to be welcoming 3 additional cities into the cohort for Creative Cities. And we're actually all going to be convening here today, here in New Bedford. We're going to be touring the city and meeting here and just really launching the expansion of the Creative Cities cohort. So we're really excited about that. Excited to be here today to launch with all of you and kind of celebrate again this really unique set of programming. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Pedro. And so next, our final speaker is another really amazing leader here in New Bedford. As Pedro mentioned, we really wanted to celebrate the creative and entrepreneurial spirit of the city. So representing the dozens and dozens of program partners that are taking part in 20MI2, it's my pleasure to introduce the Executive Director of E4All, Entrepreneurship for All South Coast, Samia Walker.
Thank you, Margot. I am honored to be in this role as Executive Director of this nonprofit in a city that intentionally acts to cultivate and support entrepreneurs. As a direct reflection of our city's diverse entrepreneurial ecosystem, I thank my community for choosing me to represent you. E4All South Coast is excited to be partnering with the South Coast LGBTQ+ network to host an outdoor pitch contest at La Place. We're really, really excited. Happy Pride Month. Yes. At E4All, it is our direct mission to activate, amplify, and celebrate the social and economic impact of small businesses in our city. These entrepreneurs have chosen New Bedford to live, work, play, volunteer, start businesses, and create community and generational wealth all around them. Many of us know starting a business can be scary, which is why we strongly encourage community collaboration. 20MI2 will mirror that sentiment in so many ways. While experiencing this exciting destination weekend, you will have free and direct access to the many activities that we are so lucky to participate in regularly. However, they will be especially enhanced just for you. And a little insider tip. The best way to experience E4All is to interact with our alumni. During 20MI2, 3 of our graduates will be offering exclusive experiences. The Collective, the best way to describe them is a team of improv artists. So that means you will never see the same show twice, and they're hilarious. New Bedford Food Tours, a little history and a lot of food. And many of our local restaurants will be hosting weekend specials, so come hungry and leave full of knowledge. And the New Bedford Performing Arts Center. They will be popping up all over the city. Little kids doing big dances, how cute is that? So as we collaborate with the South Coast LGBTQ+ network in our outdoor pitch contest, we invite you to participate. There'll be audience participation. They'll get feedback right on the spot. They'll win a little bit of money. We'll hand out big checks. It's really fun. But on behalf of all of the presenting partners, we invite you directly into our communities. So let your curiosity guide you through the creativity of this city. Thank you.
And Samia came, she has a board meeting that's happening right now, so thank you, Samia. And I'd also like to thank again Dina Hayden at the Co-Creative Center for hosting us here today. Dina was part of the original core team conceptualizing this major convening, along with the NBEDC staff, Derek Santos and Jessica Trombley, who are also here.